Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Now, firstly, I want to say to all the sisters, get off social media. Stop posting about yourselves and about your families and about your private lives on social media. And to all the brothers, stop slipping into the DMs of these sisters. Now, enormous controversy has erupted when it comes to the online Muslim dawah scene. And social media has been going crazy with this story, especially Twitter. Now, what's happened is that a sister has made a video with some allegations against a prominent dawah personality who has a huge following online. Right, so now, let's have a listen to the sister's story, because this brother, this online personality, he privately got into her DMs and he sent her some audio recordings. And this sister was offended by what he sent. And then she made a video exposing the conversations that he had with her. So let's have a little bit of a listen to the sister's side. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing, but just to get an idea of what she said, what she says happened.
To reach out to ask me what my thoughts are on something that he's considering. Now I'm a bit, I'm curious. I'm like, oh, it sounds as if this brother wants to do a project for Muslim single mothers or something. He said he's doing research. So I reply, go ahead, that's it. He then proceeds to send me 5 or 6 voice notes. I was not ready for this, guys. So this brother starts to explain that as a young man in his late 20s, he is struggling with protecting himself from zina. Because of the times we're living in, because of his age, and because of his social media platform. He then goes on to tell me that he is looking for a virgin. Very clearly stated, he is looking for his traditional virgin wife. However, he is struggling to find someone that his family, are happy with and whatnot. So he said that he has had the idea of getting a temporary wife, a single mum, to satisfy his needs in the meantime, just until he finds his virgin wife.
Now, subhanAllah, this is really, really shocking. Anyway, basically what the story is that this online dawah personality, this brother, and we're going to see who he is soon, because this is all public, he messaged his sister and he he said, because this sister, she's a single mother, she's been divorced, and he privately got into her DMs and messaged her and told her, look, sister, I can't find the right wife yet. I'm looking for a virgin wife. I don't know how any of this is appropriate to speak to a sister online, right? But he says, I haven't found the right wife because my family, they're very picky. So until I find the right virgin wife, he's basically, what he's saying is I'm looking for a second wife. Now, she uses the word temporary, but he says later on, and we'll see his video, he says, no, I never said temporary. But basically, he's looking to get, he's had offers from a single mother who's been divorced that she's proposed to him. So he's saying, look, single mums, because they already have a life and have a family, so you don't need to be there as much and you don't have to spend as much time with them. But because for now I'm single, I have desires and I need to fulfill my desires, and this single mum can fulfill her desires. And some of them are loaded, so they don't need as much maintenance, right? I still can't get over how this conversation is happening with this sister. So he's saying basically, you're a single mother and you've been divorced. What do you think about all of this? Right? Now, the sister then released this video after she got this message, because she reacted really strongly to his suggestions. She found it highly inappropriate. And then social media went into, a frenzy, the Muslim social media, and all these allegations started coming against him. He's taking advantage of single women, and he's proposing to this woman online, and he's looking for a temporary marriage, because we know temporary marriage in Islam, if you have the intention of marrying a woman, a second or third, whatever it is, and then divorcing her after a bit, it's haram. That's the classical mut'a marriage. So then the brother, he releases a video,
is because I wanted
to clarify and to give his side of the story, because there's been a lot of controversy and allegations against him. So let's have a bit of a listen to how he responds to all of this, inshallah. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but just to get his side of the story. And then we're going to look at what's the main issue in all of this.
take time out and reflect on to how to best approach this delicate situation. Now, if you do not know, then know that the sister and myself recently sat down with two well-known, respected imams, trustworthy imams, in a mosque in London, and discussed everything in private and came to an agreement, and we signed a contract with witnesses. So first of all, I just want to begin clarifying the slanders and the misconceptions that have been going on around social media without any verification at all regarding my name. And I just want to remind everyone that this is completely against the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and is a major sin. Now, before I carry on, I just want to say that as part of the agreement that we both signed in person, the sister will also be releasing a video, inshallah, soon clarifying these misconceptions. And as per the agreement, no more content about the situation can be made by herself or by myself, apart from clarifying the misconceptions.
SubhanAllah, this is all very problematic. When companies, there's some big controversy, something goes wrong, somebody dies using their products, they put out a whole PR campaign to try and shut down the controversy. Right, and then they'll find people that they have issues with. They'll write up contracts, gag orders. Right? So what exactly is going on here? Right? You brought the sister, you sat her down, and you ironed out the details, and she signed an agreement with witnesses that she can't speak about this anymore. She can only clarify. Like, what are we covering something up? Is this a gag order? If you've done nothing wrong, like, how is any of this appropriate to put a gag order on the sister? All right. You should just defend yourself, and that's it. The case is finished. And I have to mention, this brother, as I said, on especially Instagram, he's got like 200,000 followers, and mashallah, a lot of spiritual content about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sunnah, knowledge, information, spiritual, all very good content, mashallah. So this is all very strange and very problematic. So now he goes into detail in the video about some of the allegations that he was looking for temporary marriage. He said, no, that's completely not true. And some people said he was trying to propose to her. He said, no, I wasn't proposing to her. So why exactly, the pertinent question is, why exactly were you DMing this sister? So let's have a listen in his own words why he did this.
Upon that we both signed in the contract with witnesses there. Rather, the reality of the situation and the whole backstory to all of this is that I never proposed to the sister Sumayya, the sister who released the video. I was simply asking her for advice on her thoughts as a single mother regarding the proposal I received from another sister who was indeed a single mother with a child. Truthfully, this is the truth, I wanted a female perspective on it, and I reached out to the sister and I very specifically asked for her advice on the matter after finding a video.
So imagine the scenario here. So he says, and we'll take him at his word, that a single mother divorcee, Muslim woman, approached him with a marriage proposal. And so a light bulb went off in his head. Okay, hold on a second. I just saw this Instagram page with this Muslim sister that's a single mother and she's been divorced. How about I go into her DMs and ask her for advice on this? And I'll speak to her that, about my family issues, and I'm looking for a virgin, and in the meantime I want to satisfy my desires, and should I get married to a single mother because you're a single mother and they're less maintenance and some of them have money, subhanallah, like, how did you jump from getting a marriage proposal to make the connection and think to myself, I'll just go and message this unknown woman? She's not a mahram to me. I know nothing about her. This private woman, and I'll just go and message her and ask her for her advice. The whole thing just doesn't cut it, and it's all very, very problematic. Now, in the end, look, subhanAllah, a lot has been said about this, and there's been some reaction videos, even Ali Dawah, and a lot of the online scene. You know, she's got her side, and the women that come out to defend her, and he's got his side, and there's a lot of damage control going on. In the end, look, I don't care who said who, what you said, and what happened. None of that is actually relevant. There's two main pertinent issues here that nobody is dealing with. First of all, what in blazes were you doing thinking that it's in any way, shape or form, somehow appropriate for you to find a sister online that is not a mahram to you, that you know nothing about, and to think it's somehow appropriate to sit there and DM her, send her private audio messages, speaking to her about virginity and about satisfying your desires and about advice on marrying single mothers. That's absolutely inexcusable and shocking. Now look, the brother said in his video that, look, it was a mistake, I shouldn't have done that, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive me. And we agree, people make mistakes, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most forgiving. But there's a bigger issue here. What's the issue? You're not some individual layman Muslim that's on the street. You have a massive online following, and you've got your channel, and you present yourself as a man of knowledge with a student or sheikh, whatever it is, and you give spiritual advice, and you give talks and seminars, and you look at his social media content, mashallah, very good content. So now, because you are in that position, whether you like it or not, you are held to a higher standard. You are held to a higher pedigree. And the scholars and the ulama and the people of knowledge, Islam has placed them, as many ahadith, Islam has placed them above the average person. So now you're in a position that anything that you do, it's not like the slip and the mistake of an average person. You, to many people, represent the deen. They view their Islam through you. So any slip up, any mistake, you bring the deen into disrepute, and you bring negativity on the whole online da'wah scene. And that's what's happened in this case. All the sisters have come out, and this hashtag Dawah Brothers, and all the Dawah Brothers, and they're trying to take advantage of women. Okay, you caused this problem. Why? Because you're on a higher position. You present yourself as a man of knowledge, you're going to be held to a higher standard. So when you slip up, it's not like the average person. Yes, Allah can forgive you, subhanahu wa ta'ala. But in the people's eyes, with your knowledge, with everything you know about the Quran and the Sunnah, how could you have thought it's possibly in any way, shape or form, somehow not problematic for you to be private messaging sisters with all these inappropriate topics? That's inexcusable. And that's why, and rightfully so, whenever something like this happens with someone of this degree, then it should really, your legitimacy should not be taken for granted anymore. There's the whole question mark on you and everything that you've done. And as I said, now forget about this brother. I'm not talking about this brother. My point here is in general, all scholars, all ulama, all online da'wah carriers, all people of knowledge, you are held to a higher degree, and the mistakes that you make bring dishonor and disrepute on the deen itself, because you are representing Islam. So your mistakes and your slips are not viewed in the same way. And when somebody of this degree makes shocking mistakes like this, it's not something we could just, yeah, Allah will forgive him and everything will continue on as it was. No. Your whole legitimacy, all your content, the way you present yourself, right, you put a question mark on yourself, and you shouldn't be viewed in the same way. I'm not talking about this brother, but any scholar that's like this, when you make mistakes like this. Can you, just to give you a small example, can you imagine all these great scholars in the past, Shafi'i, Bukhari, Imam Ahmad, Abu Hanifa, Malik, the hadith scholars, imagine you went into their lives after all the knowledge they present you, and you found this guy is a liar, or this guy is a fornicator, or this guy used to beat his wife, or he had bad morals, okay, or he used to cheat. What would that do to all his knowledge? It was completely put a question mark on everything he says, everything he's done. Right? And that's why these scholars are held in such high esteem, because you can't find these problems in their lives. And when you do commit mistakes like that and errors like that as a person of knowledge, then you should be taken down from this platform and you shouldn't be viewed in this way. And as I said, here I'm talking about in general, because you are held to a higher standard. The second issue, and subhanAllah, look, today this word, people of knowledge, ulama, scholars, it's thrown around too loosely. Today, it's easy for anyone to make some videos online, hold some lectures, and you get mass following on these social media platforms. But in the end, the reality is most of these people, it's just a brand. You know how you have the social media influencers that the non-Muslims have? We have the same celebrities in Islam, and the mashaykh and scholars and da'wah carriers. They just represent a brand. They're just celebrities. And when they commit errors like this, there's PR campaigns, there's ways to cover up, gag orders, to stop this information and close it up. And this is the reality for most of them. So you shouldn't just follow anyone online just because he speaks good, just because he has a mass following, all right? He's got good videos. You should be a lot more stringent in the people that you want to hold in this position, the people that you view ulama, and who you actually listen to and follow. Because for the majority, I'm not saying all, but this is just the reality. It's just the brand. It's just the celebrities and influencers. The other main second point out of this whole thing, sisters, get off social media. Don't have an online presence. Get off Instagram. Get off YouTube. Stop posting about your lives. What you're doing is haram. The online scene is not for a Muslim woman. You're appearing online, you're made up, you're tabarruj, you're beautifying yourself, dressing, taking all kinds of suggestive photos and poses, and you're online with your husbands and doing all kinds of inappropriate things and doing skits and laughing and filming your holidays and your children and every single private thing that you do. This is all haram. I get it. Everybody wants to be a social media influencer. People look up to, those Muslim couples, what's that, Khalid and I forgot the female's name, right? They're very popular, millions of followers, and they're divorced, and it was a big thing and people were sad. I get it, everybody wants to be a social media star. Right? But it's haram. It doesn't matter if you want to be a star. It's haram for you to present yourself in this way, beautifying yourself and makeup tutorials and hijab tutorials. And Islam does not allow you to do this. Your private life is sacrosanct. You can't beautify yourself. You can't have eyes on you. That's not the purpose of your religion. The purpose is to cover up, to have modesty. So yes, you want to be a social media star, but you're going to sell your afterlife to achieve the dunya. So sisters, if you get offline, you're not going to have brothers sliding into your DMs and sending inappropriate comments and suggestions and proposals. And who knows, all other kinds of things. Get offline and this won't happen. Now, I'm not saying the sisters, there can't be some online presence. There can't be sisters calling to Islam and giving lectures and talks. You can. But it's very stringent how you do it, how you present yourself, how you make yourself up, how you beautify yourself, right? And it's certain circumstances. But what we're getting today is couples and individuals and sisters just exposing everything, acting exactly like the non-Muslims on their social media platforms until you can't tell the difference anymore. This is all haram. Brothers, get your women off social media. Everything that they're doing, the sins fall upon you. On your neck, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will account you on the day of judgment. The fathers, the brothers, the husbands, you're going to be accountable. So, sisters, get off social media and this problem won't occur. Now, in saying all of this, look, there's a lot of blame here. Both parties are to blame. But the most of the blame really lies on the brother because he initiated this whole contact and this messaging in the first place. He started this whole thing. So rightfully so, he should receive the backlash that is coming his way. But that doesn't mean the sister is not at fault as well. Had she not been online and vlogging about single mothers and putting videos of herself and her child and all these other inappropriate things and made up and tabarruj, then nobody's going to be in your DMs. You won't find yourself in these kinds of situations. So both parties are to blame, make no mistake. But most of the blame falls on the brother because of his position as a person of knowledge and because he initiated contact with his sister. And this is really a bigger topic that the Muslims now really need to have about how we have interactions, male-female interactions in Islam. And we've lost the ahkam and the rules completely in Islam. Right? It's like we've thrown all these rules out the window about mixing, about segregation, about tabarruj, beautifying. All of this is gone. And like really now we've become so lax in this area that's almost there's no boundaries anymore, and that's why you're having these problems appear even among the so-called people of knowledge. You watch some videos, about some of these sheikhs and sheikhs talking. They got WhatsApp groups, and the men and women are all on that WhatsApp group, and they talk and they muck around and they laugh. Right? If this is what the people of knowledge are doing, what's the layman going to be doing? So this is a really important topic. We've become so relaxed and lax in this issue, and really, especially online, the way these interactions are happening and the stories are absolutely shocking. So this is a vital issue that the Muslims have to revive again. What exactly are the rules and the boundaries when it comes to men and women and the way they interact? Jazakumullahu khairan. Please like the video, please comment on the video, please share it, please subscribe and hit the notifications button because it helps with the algorithm, especially to get these kinds of, inshallah, educational and informational videos out there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you all.